Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Corey. I'm back again with another video. Today's video is all about the corals that I have grown with this stock light and the Evo 13.5. Just to kind of give you an idea of what you can grow with this light and to let you know that you don't have to go out and buy a $200–300 light for this system to grow coral. I particularly wanted to keep this light because I liked having the lid on top of the tank. I think it looks good. It helps with evaporation. And then also this light is just plug and play. You don't have to worry about programming it. None of that comes into play with this light, especially for a beginner like myself. That is really like a peace of mind. That's all I can do is turn the light on and turn it off. Nothing else. So I believe that's helped me out, helped me build my confidence with these reef tanks. So this coral right here, these are Clove Polyps, one of my first corals that I had in here. It took them a while to open up. I thought I was going to lose them, but eventually they opened up, and then now they've taken off. They've almost taken over this whole side of the rock. And they're doing great. I love them. They're easy to keep coral. Actually getting to where I'm going to have to trim them back. The only thing I've had a problem with is there are a couple of them that don't want to open up for some reason. There's about 4 of them that are just not opening up all the way anymore. I don't know if they're getting bothered by another coral. The flow's not right. I'm really not sure. But it's no big deal. I can just pluck them off, or, you know, just let them be. It really doesn't matter at this point, just as long as they're not dying or hurting anything else. The other coral, the easiest coral to grow in here are zoas. I have a few different types of zoas. I am trying to get zoas that have a color that looks good under the white light. Like these are rastas. The ones down on the bottom right, I'm not sure what they are, but they look pretty good. I got some other zoas that are kind of ugly, that are just brown, that I don't really like, especially having the white light so much and not having the corals fluoresce with a good strong blue light to highlight all the colors. Whenever I turn the blue light on, everything does fluoresce and it looks really nice, but just I like it to look good during the day also. Now the rastas, when I got them, they were maybe like 5 or 6 zoas on a plug, and they've just taken off. The other zoas I've gotten later, and they're all doing fine. They're starting to grow. I even have some pallies back there in the back. I'm not too sure what's going to happen with them. Hopefully they don't grow into this front rock. If they do, I'm going to have to start plucking them off, because from what I hear, they can just take over all the zoas, wipe them out. If you know more information about that, please let me know down at the bottom. But I like them in the back. It's just something to kind of fill in space, and they're pretty cool. The zoas up here at the top, these are some examples of the brown ones that I don't really like. I'm going to probably pluck these out and let the more attractive ones grow in that area. This is my Recordia Mushroom. It's the only mushroom that I have in here. I've done that intentionally since there is limited space. I don't want too many things that are just going to take over the tank. Like zinnia, I really wanted some pulsing zinnia. I think it's cool. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I've kept it out of this tank just because I don't really feel like dealing with it. But this is a really cool mushroom. It is aggressive, so I keep it down at the bottom. I've had it around other corals, and whenever it was around them, they did shrink up and were really irritated. Like this Duncan, whenever the Duncan was close to the mushroom, it was not happy at all. But this Duncan is an example of the LPS corals that I have growing in here. It's done really well. This is actually the second Duncan that I've tried. The first Duncan just didn't make it. It was shipped. Whenever it got here, it was really stressed out. I kept moving it, trying to figure out what to do. Hindsight, I should have just left it alone until it opened up and was happy, and then moved it to a spot that I wanted it to be at. But that was my fault. It's a beginner mistake. Say, I'm also growing these candy canes. They're a really pretty coral, really easy to grow. They're really big and puffy, and I've had no problems with them at all. This is my Euphyllia garden. I have a frog spawn and a hammer coral. They have both doubled in size, maybe tripled in size, split, gotten more heads. So they are doing really well. I've had no problem at all. I don't know if I'm getting the optimal color out of them, but growth-wise, they are doing fine. This coral is my finger leather. I bought this coral just to kind of fill up some of the negative space, but I really like this coral a lot. It's growing all the time. The polyps are starting to get more and more extended, and I might end up fragging this and moving the frag into the new tank that I have going. This last coral is my waving hand coral. I really did not like this coral when I first got it. It came in a frag pack along with those clove polyps, just kind of like a mystery coral. I really had no idea what it was, but I let it grow. I've isolated it to a rock so it doesn't take over anything. But now I really like it. It's one of my favorite corals. It's one of the bigger corals. It takes up some space. It gives a lot of movement to the tank. And then also my clownfish is hosting it. So to see that symbiotic relationship with the coral and the clownfish, that's one of the reasons I got into this hobby. And I'm really happy with that. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully this will give you some confidence in the light if you are thinking about keeping the stock light, or some ideas of corals that you could put in there if you already have this tank going. You don't have to go get a $250 light just to grow corals in this tank. The stock light that it comes with will get you there just fine. Just remember what it is. Don't try and make it more than what it's supposed to be, and you'll be fine. So thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions for future videos, any questions, or if you just want to make a comment, feel free to. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It lets me know that at least somebody's enjoying it. And thank you for watching.